a very warm welcome to the next chapter of IQM Leadership Parenting Series. Yes, there is a familiar face up on the screen today, but what to do? People fall in love with him whenever we invite him. Last, when he came to us, he spoke about the 5 pillars of parenting. He spoke about the spice of parenting. And I think it made so much of a difference in people's lives that they specially requested us to have him over once again. So I, Neha Vahi, AVP Career Launcher, extend a very warm welcome to each one of you watching this series today, and also to our guest, Mr. Narendra Goidani. Sir, thank you so much for always taking out time whenever we need you.
It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for inviting me. And it looks like family. I don't feel like a guest when I'm over here.
Absolutely, sir. I can't deny the fact, because all the work that KMM has been doing, the Keep Moving movement, and the collaboration with Career Launcher has been loved, by the audience, has been very well received by our students. And I think, it truly feels like family. So I will agree there. Yes. Very quickly, I'm going to introduce Sir. Sir is a world-renowned coach, counselor, author, and a compelling orator. I can't deny that at all. He has invested the past 20 plus years of his life inspiring lakhs of people all over the world. He's known for cutting through the complexities of life with practical and implementable solutions. And that is the reason we have him with us once again today to talk about the various concerns that parents have over parenting, especially in these challenging times. Sir has also authored 15 books, and he also authors a blog post every Tuesday, which is called Life School Message, that has about 40,000 subscribers over 44 countries. He also believes that no matter who you are and how successful you are, how accomplished you may be, he always has something to offer that will take your life to another level. And well, I am witness to that. His sense of humor is legendary, and his personal motto in life is inspire or expire. So happy to have you with us, sir. Very warm welcome once again.
Thank you.
Without much ado, I have a couple of questions that have come to us from parents, yes. And repeatedly these questions are coming. I think the parenting series, the number of series we've been doing has suddenly gone up because of the concerns. So very important that we help out the parent fraternity today, and who better than you? So, sir, the first question that we like to put across is, every parent's woes. Children are addicted to gadgets, and parents are very confused because they also feel that kids might not have, better means to pass their times. While they encourage them to do art, craft, or book reading, etc., eventually every few minutes they go back to looking into their gadgets. So where that thin line of letting them have a little fun and their own space and not getting addicted to gadgets is something that we need to address as the adults around them. So kindly help us with this concern, sir. Over to you.
Neha, thanks for this question. And I think it's a very, very deep concern that parents have. At the same time, let me tell you, it can be easily solved. It's not a complicated situation. And when I say that, let me first give you a little background on what makes children addicted to gadgets. Two very simple factors. Factor number one, gadgets give them instant gratification. I post a picture, I get 25 likes in half an hour, and it makes me feel good. There are 25 people out there who are liking, they're endorsing, they're validating what I am doing. Instant gratification. And second thing, in case there is something which goes wrong, I can always delete it. In case I'm playing a game and I've not played it well, I can always restart it. So I don't have to live with the stigma that I am not good enough, that look, I failed. Now, these are the two things, Neha, which makes children get addicted to gadgets. And you and me are also addicted to our phones, if we are, to check out what's happening on LinkedIn, what's there on Facebook, and how many people have seen the WhatsApp message that we have sent for the same reason. For the same reason. Now, is there a way by which I can give these two to my children offline? Is the question that you and me need to answer. What is it that we can do with our children where we can give them instant gratification? What is it that we can do with our children where if things don't work out, it's perfectly okay, we can restart, and we don't say, dekha, or we don't say, itna bhi nahi hota hai. And we don't say after 2 days, maine to pehle hi bola tha. The game does not tell them all these things.
True, sir.
So as parents, if we can do things which is instant gratification, give them 1-minute tasks, 2-minute tasks, small things to do. Play games like Lego with them, where if things don't work out, it's perfectly okay. Who cares? It's just about being together and having fun.
Sure.
Playing Antakshari together. Give them these and you will find the child will not be addicted to gadgets. The child will want your company more than the gadgets. But if you just give instructions and say, why are you an addict? Why are you an addict? Why are you an addict? And if I don't address these two, I can never bring them out of addiction. So there you are, Neha.
So it's a proper path, sir, that needs to be followed. There's a plan there. I can, clearly see. We're only looking at the output, and I can't deny being a parent myself, and especially with all the work that we have, the whole day, whether it's household chores or the, office work that happens, health getting affected, etc. We do tend to very easily turn around and tell the child, "Dekha, हमने तो कहा था." So I can really relate to that. Not that any parent would really want to harm the child, but few mistakes that are happening, I think unconsciously, that we need to address. Thank you so much, sir. Quickly to the next one. This is interesting. Some mothers say there's lack of sleep. My children have stopped sleeping, while the others say they're oversleeping. They get up in the afternoons, late afternoons. The day begins in the afternoon and ends in the wee hours of the morning. So it's a total mess. We don't see our kids. They're isolated. They don't talk to us. And obviously, they're gaining weight or they're spoiling their health. Mothers don't know how to manage their meals. So how do we get them back in routine, sir, and keep them at it?
Okay, Neha. See, I have this habit of going to the core of the issue and then finding out how do we solve it. When we see a tree and the tree has yellow leaves, and the tree is supposed to have green leaves, would you take paint and paint those leaves green, or would you find out what is missing in the roots, give that nutrient so that the next leaf which comes is green? What would you do? Paint or nutrients?
Find the reason. Find the reason, sir. What is missing? Yes.
Right? Missing thing. Similarly, what is missing in the child's life by which the child wants to do these things? See, children are smart. I think all the parents in the world will agree that when we were their age, we were dumb. नेहा, तेरी बेटी कितने 14 साल की है? 12 साल की है?
12 सर.
12 साल की. तुम जब 12 साल की थी, अपनी बेटी जितनी मैच्योर थी?
बिल्कुल भी नहीं सर. This generation comes from some other space completely.
Right?
Yes.
Now they are smart. In spite of being smart, if they are doing something, there has to be a reason.
Yeah.
Right? And the reason is not that they are not good enough. The reason is I am not able to see something. Now, what am I not able to see? Neha, our parents were not as judgmental about us as much as we are about our children. हम अगर 2 घंटा ऐसे बैठे हैं, कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं ना, हमारे पेरेंट्स कभी नहीं बोलते थे कि तुम बड़ी आलसी हो. हमारे समर वेकेशंस तो ऐसे ही निकल जाते थे. राइट? अभी इन बच्चों को ना अगर आधा घंटा भी फ्री है ना, तो पेरेंट्स गेट पैरानॉइड. उनको ये क्लास भेजो, उनको वो क्लास भेजो, उसको ये कराओ, उसको वो कराओ. आधा घंटा फ्री है उसके पास. And in case something doesn't go right, they find parents too judgmental. See, I will not speak with Neha if Neha is judgmental about me. I will open my heart to Neha if I know that Naren will understand me, and I will believe that Neha will completely understand. I think in parenting, this is one small bit which is missing. Expectations are high,
so,
and understanding is low. In our time, it was the opposite. Expectations were low and understanding was high.
Very high, sir. True.
Right? Now, ये extremes में चला गया है. That's why children become isolated. First point. Second point, the child wants connection. Human beings are social animals. And if all the friends are online at 12 o'clock in the night, they also come online at 12 o'clock in the night.
Sure.
My wife's friends come down at 5 p.m. for their walk. And if Bharti is at home at 5, she becomes very restless. तो टाइमिंग में फर्क है, लेकिन अप्रोच लाइफ में सेम है. फाइनली नेहा, find out what is the child doing with the phone or online in the night, and you'll be surprised that they might be doing good stuff. One child might be learning how to create videos online.
Sure.
I was speaking to a very dear friend of mine, Paresh, the other day, and he said he was fed up because his son Mir was sleeping at 5 a.m. and getting up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Very, very frustrating to see him this way. And one night he just wanted to see what his son is doing. He was attending Google Developers Conference in LA.
Oh.
And he's in class 9 and he's studying in DPS Pune. And father said, why you didn't say it? And he just said, you guys won't understand. You only say, so jao, so jao. अरे वो developers conference रात को 1 से 3 हो जा रहा है. और मैं सुबह उठ के
And
क्या
obviously, sir, he must have discovered this also on his own. He must have. Yeah.
So allow them their space. As long as our children are ethical, as long as the kids are getting 7 hours of sleep, chill. Don't bother too much about timing. If you can do that, your children will open up, and the children are smart. They will align their life. Just take care of their values and ethics, and things will fall into place.
Thank you, sir. So I think we're also somewhere talking about trusting our children. I think what you're saying, at least that's what I'm receiving here. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Somewhere I think we're so worried, so conscious about what the child is doing all the time, which is not wrong in our times because there are cybersecurity issues, there are other problems. Children are growing up very fast. But at the same time, I think they really deserve our love and our trust. And the more we trust them, I think they never disappoint us, sir. I mean, again, a very personal experience I'm putting across. So I think it all begins from there, and then it becomes easier to give them that space. Brilliant, sir. So very quickly, the third one, sir, that parents are cribbing about, that everybody's saying make set of rules, and ensure that your children follow them. So we are the ones who are at it. We are making rules, but nobody seems to be following them. Parents have started feeling helpless now, sir. So what is your advice to the parents? Because we obviously can't tell them stop making rules, because I don't think a house can really function like that.
Absolutely. So now let me give you a little hard-hitting answer, at the same time a very soft answer. I cannot outgrow the role models that I see around me. If I tell my child, beta, I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock, and if the child sees me getting up at 6:45, child says it's okay to break some understandings and rules. If I am supposed to pay the monthly salary to my wife at home on 5th of every month, and I tell her thoda tangi chal raha hai, main tere ko 3-4 din mein deta hu, the child finds it's okay to be a little flexible. If I promise my child, you do well in studies, I will buy a brand new phone for you, and then I tell my child, not this time, I'll certainly do it next time, the child finds it's okay. So Neha, you spoke about trust. Let me tell you this, nobody will be able to live up to your trust all the time. There are distractions, there are options, there are conflicts. Our job in love, Neha, what is love? I love my child, even if they are not able to live up to my expectations, I will hold their hands and pull them back again. And I'll say, it's okay, it happens. Now tell me, what was your distraction? What was your compulsion? And let's see if we can find a solution. Now the soft part of the answer, if you can remember this, your parenting will be completely transformed. The child should believe we are in this together. It is not a singles match where I am playing against each other. It's a doubles tournament where it is we versus the whole world. I am in your
Very true,
favor.
sir.
We are together. तुमसे अगर गलती हो गई, say I am playing, let's say, a table tennis match, and my partner is supposed to retrieve a ball and they are not able to retrieve the ball. Will I accuse them or will I make up for it and cover up for it?
Cover up.
तो थोड़ा एक दूसरे को संभाल के चलो ना. Let's say me and Neha are supposed to have a conversation at 1 o'clock. And I have an urgency and I call her, Neha darling, I am a little delayed. Is it okay if we speak at 1:30? Now imagine if you say, what, you breaking our rules? Arey, my good friend, if it is possible, can we be a little flexible?
Sir.
This is required. If you impose rules, get ready for 90% of the rules to be broken. Now imagine a scenario where I say, let's say Neha is my younger sister. And I'm telling Neha, you have a lot of potential. You have to score 95%. So from today onwards, all boys out, all parties out, all phones out, so that you stay focused. Okay? Of course, I also want to do well, but it is being imposed on you. Now imagine the same conversation this way. Neha, have you set any goals for the results of your 12th exams? And if Neha says, I would like to score 95, saying, Neha, that is truly admirable. And in that goal, you should get all the support possible. As your elder brother, tell me what can I do to make the journey very comfortable? Bolna, tell me what do you want? रात को 11 बजे तेरे को मिल्क शेक लाके दूं कैसे? रात को 2 बजे कोल्ड कॉफी पिएगी? मेरे से क्या चाहिए बता? Now we are on the same side, right? Alternatively, if I say, if you don't do this, no cold coffee for you, no ice creams for you, you have to deserve it.
We're again playing singles.
You Hitler ho kya? See, today's children, Neha, don't need instructions. They need support.
Yeah.
You are a gardener where I put the seed and then I support the plant. I nurture the plant. We are a double team. And in this, there will be mistakes, there will be gaps. And we'll support each other and we'll go along. So when we do that, you will find there are no requirement of rules. There is only requirement of understandings. And I'm going to support you like nobody's business. Then see the magic happening.
So basically, it's about being on the same side, is what you're missing as parents.
Absolutely.
Immensely.
Absolutely. You're on the same side. And you can't win the game by upsetting your partner.
So true. Very, very well put, sir. So I have a final question for you, sir, and a concluding question rather. No school, no friends. A major void that the children are living with. Little children as young as 4, 5 years are talking about anxiety and depression, facing anxiety and depression. Parents are trying to extend all types of help, but yet we can't fill in that void, sir. What is your message to students and parents? How can we effectively fill this void for this little time that the world has to face together? And I'm sure we'll come out of it very soon, on a positive note. What do we do right now, sir, to fill in this void as adults around the children?
Neha, do you want a philosophical answer or do you want a very practical, action-oriented answer?
Please give us a very practical, action-oriented answer so that from today itself, the parents can start using it.
Okay. Fill the house with laughter. Fill the house with laughter. जहां मस्ती है वहीं पे हंसती है. कोई अगर इंसान बड़ा हस्ती बनता है ना तो उसके लाइफ में एक जुनून है और एक मस्ती है. और अगर घर में एक एनर्जी है ना, एंथुजियाज्म है ना, दोस्तों से क्या चाहिए उनको? यही चाहिए ना, एनर्जी, एंथुजियाज्म, मस्ती. अरे आप लेके आओ ना घर में, गप्पा मारो. Second, have a lot of physical touch.
Yes.
हम हरिजन किसको बोलते हैं, अछूत किसको बोलते हैं? देखो ये जो शब्द है अछूत, जिसको मैं छू नहीं सकता। घर के अंदर अगर एक दूसरे को हम टच भी नहीं करते हैं, so we feel isolated and alone.
But sir, isn't it the other way around? Don't we see children running away from touch now?
Depends on children. There may be a child who wants a 5-second hug, and there may be a child who wants a 2-minute hug. But the children won't say, I
True.
don't want a hug. A hug is required.
Makes sense, sir.
है ना? So you fill the house with masti, fill the house with laughter, fill the house with touch. Even if the friends are only online and not offline, कोई डिप्रेशन नहीं होगा, कोई एंजाइटी नहीं होगी. ये 3 चीज कर ले बस. Masti, which means be naughty, pull each other's leg, do activities together. Laughter and touch. We have conquered this loneliness, anxiety, all alone, depression. सवाल ही नहीं है, होएगा ही नहीं.
Beautifully put, sir. I think you've touched the core. And, something that is there in front of our eyes every day, but I don't know how we miss it. And truly, the smile on a child's face when the mother especially, holds her close to her heart, or the father pampers the child, I think it shows an immediate difference in the child. So I think as usual, sir, very thought-provoking interview. You've left it with a lot of thoughts and questions, that we should ask ourselves, I think, as parents. And I'm sure everybody who's listening to us will agree why I am so fond of this man. I love his clarity. And I love your answers, sir, because, they're very practical and we can put them to use. I have a, little idea that came into mind when sir was speaking. I would suggest to my audience that when they watch this video, when we put it up, you must in the comment box tell us, how do you make your child laugh? Maybe it gives a lot of ideas to other parents who may not be so creative. So please do that for us. Please do that for the parent community. Wherever and whenever you watch this, put a little comment and tell us, how do you make your children happy? How do you keep them engaged? And how do you make them laugh? And maybe we could use your ideas as well. With this, I thank you very much, sir, from the bottom of my heart. I can speak to you forever. I am one of the big fans. But we're going to come back, with more questions in the future very quickly, so that we can help the parent community. Thank you once again for your time and energy and beautiful inputs. Thank you to the audience. And as I promise every time, we will be back with another expert with solutions to your problems. So keep writing to me at neha.wahi@careerlauncher.com. I'm going to repeat that for you, neha.wahi@careerlauncher.com. This is Neha signing off on behalf of CL. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, sir, once again.
Thank you so much. All the best.